What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Mock Draft Guy YouTube channel. Today, we are rolling right along again with our 7-round 2023 team mock draft. So I've landed on the Buffalo Bills today. The Buffalo Bills are a very, very interesting case. I feel like there's so many ways that they can go in the first round here. I think that the fact that Josh Allen is such a mobile quarterback, he has so much elusiveness and evasiveness, and his escapability really masks a lot of their offensive line issues that they do have. On the flip side of that, I know that they do have, James Cook, they have Damian Harris now, they have Nyheim Hines in the backfield. Does that mean that they don't go running back on the offensive line again? They signed Connor McGovern, they signed David Edwards, two pretty solid younger guys, I think in their mid-20s. So could that be an answer as well? A little bit of depth, a little bit of starting as well. A linebacker obviously is a huge, huge problem for the Bills right now. If you look at the depth chart, it is an absolute mess outside of Matt Milano. So where would they go is the real question. And we're sitting here at pick number 27, and this is exactly the way that I wanted to go to start it off. I feel like the only way that this happens is if he is still on the board. Bijan Robinson, as you're seeing right here, is still on the board for me here. I'm going to have to take him. I saw Osiris Torrance go. Steve Avila is a good option. John Michael Schmitz possibly could be a first-round get in the back end as well. But I don't know who would be an immediate starter right there. I think Osiris Torrance would be an immediate starter. I don't know if the Bills would be willing to move on from Mitch Morse right away. I don't know if John Michael Schmitz is very flexible on the interior of that offensive line, but I think you get an immediate starter in Bijan Robinson right away. I mean, they're obviously not committed to James Cook being the workhorse. He did show some flashes at the end of the season of being a truly decent NFL running back. Nyheim Hines is basically just a return guy and a receiving threat. They don't clearly look at James Cook as the guy that can carry the load. Damian Harris signed a 1-year, $1.15 million contract. So if anything, they could already move on from him if he doesn't get enough touches, trade him, whatever it may be. It's a 1-year deal. Minimal money at best. I think you go out and you get Bijan Robinson, arguably a top 5 player in the entire draft. And if he's here at 27, this is an amazing weapon that the Buffalo Bills could use. And this is a guy that could truly be your workhorse running back that they've been missing for quite some time now. And I know what people are going to say, oh, well, you get this great running back, but you got to fix the offensive line. Don't worry, we'll get to that. But if Bijan Robinson's here at 27, it's a no-brainer. Then at pick number 59, I'm going to address the middle of the defense here. Tremaine Edmonds left, yes, leaves a massive hole for the Buffalo Bills. Not only that, it wasn't a deep position to begin with. You have Terrell Bernard, they had Matt Milano, and they had Tremaine Edmonds. And behind that really wasn't a lot. So I think that a point of emphasis for the Buffalo Bills in this draft has to be, yes, I know, getting to the offensive line. But really, if you go out there and start those 3 guys that they have right now on the depth chart, it's a real area of weakness for the Buffalo Bills on their defense. So sitting still here, I had an idea. I was going to go with Jack Campbell. So either way, I was going to go with a linebacker here. But look who's still sitting on the board here at pick number 59. I don't know how realistic this will be on draft day. Also, Trenton Simpson is a guy who has kind of fallen from really like top 16 consideration to a guy that's probably going to be there early round 2. So you never know. I doubt that he makes it all the way to 59, but regardless, I was going to take a linebacker here. It was going to be Jack Campbell, but Trenton Simpson is here at pick number 59, and I'm going to take him. This is a guy, sideline to sideline linebacker. This is almost a perfect replacement for Tremaine Edmonds. He plays a similar style that Tremaine Edmonds does. I would have liked Jack Campbell a little bit more because they're more similar in size and speed and strength. But Trenton Simpson is a guy who also could rush the passer quite well from the linebacker position. I think this would be an excellent addition to the middle of the Buffalo Bills defense. Then at pick number 91, I'm going to finally address the interior of the offensive line here. I really like Luke Weipler out of Ohio State. This was a guy who was probably considered maybe an early day 3 pick, or maybe a middle of the day 3 pick before the combine, blew the combine out of the water. He posted top 3 in every score imaginable for the center position. I know it's not the deepest center class, but this is also a class that has John Michael Schmitz and Joe Tippmann in it as well. So if you can get someone like Luke Weichler at the end or the middle of the 3rd round, like he's sitting here, I think that would be a massive win. This is a long-term replacement for Mitch Morse. He's also got some decent size, decent arm length as well. He is 6'3", 305, around that range, if I'm not mistaken. So a guy that could honestly kick out to guard. I doubt that he would kick out to guard, though. I think that they play the long game here, kind of like what the Eagles do. They stack their offensive linemen, kind of like next man up situation. And, you give Mitch Morse a try, he gets injured, or, he retires, whatever it may be, and Luke Weichler steps right in. I think this would be a really nice pick. Kind of more, I know someone's going to say, oh, you need starters in round 3. Yeah, I know, that is true, but you never know. He could start at some point. So I'm going to take Luke Weichler here, and the value is just tremendous. If you can get a potential starting center or starting guard at pick number 91, I think you go out and you take it. Then at pick number 130 for the Buffalo Bills, I'm going to go with a wide receiver here. I know that if you look at the starting 3 that they have, it's pretty decent, honestly. And they might even address wide receiver early on. If someone like Quentin Johnston or Jordan Addison is falling in the draft, I can easily see pick number 27 being another wide receiver. But you got Stephon Diggs, you have Gabe Davis, and you have Khalil Shakur as well, as of right now, starting in a starting role for the Buffalo Bills. Here's what I'm going to go with here. I'm not going to go up top here. I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to take Bryce Ford Wheaton here out of West Virginia. Bryce Ford Wheaton lit up the NFL Combine in a very, very not great wide receiving class in terms of athleticism, speed, all that kind of stuff. Bryce Ford Wheaton stood out as a 6'4", 221-pound wide receiver that ran a 4.38. So I think this is the next big body deep threat that could win balls downfield for the Buffalo Bills. I think that Josh Allen would fall in love with this guy, kind of sort of like how Gabe Davis came into the league, how he was more of like a guy that was just catching long passes. Bryce Ford Wheaton has the speed, he has the size, and he has the strength to be a mid-round steal for any team that decides to take him. So I'm going to take him here. Even though this is not the biggest need for the Buffalo Bills, I am going to take him here at pick number 130. Then with the Buffalo Bills' next pick here, I want to go with a little bit of secondary help here. Mekhi Gardner is sitting here at pick number 137, and he's really standing out to me. For one reason, he's got great size, 6'2", 212 pounds. He's also had the production. He has the pedigree at LSU. Not only that, usually with a cornerback of that size and that speed, he ran a 4.55, so not entirely impressive as a cornerback. That is someone that looks like a perfect candidate to slot over as a safety. Now, I know that the Bills signed Taylor Rapp. We don't know if Damar Hamlin will be coming back as well. I know they re-signed Jordan Poyer, and Micah Hyde's coming back. But, you never know. Jordan Poyer in his mid-30s, Micah Hyde mid-30s, both of them early mid-30s, whatever it may be. You never know how fast they're going to fall off play-wise. So I think you need as many bodies as possible. Same thing with the secondary, the cornerback room as well. I know they're getting back Trey White fully healthy. That's great. They have Kaiir Elam from last year, Teron Johnson, guys like that as well. But I feel like I've said it in so many past videos. I'm going to say it one more time. Cornerback is an extremely volatile position, and you need to have as much talent in the NFL as possible. So whether he plays cornerback at the next level or slides over to play safety, I think his size and his strength plays fantastically to a secondary in the NFL. So I'm going to go Mekhi Gardner here. And with the Bills' final pick at 205, I'm going to go with Jackson Kirkland here. A nice little offensive line depth piece here. He is a guy who can play guard. He can play tackle. Very versatile as well. 6'7" as well, so he's got some great size, great length as well. I think this would be a really nice find at pick number 205. I don't know if he actually lasts that long. I think his versatility combined with his size will have a team take a shot on him a little bit earlier. But in round 6 here, this is where you look for those guys that you could turn into long-term projects that could pay off in the long run. And I think that's exactly what Jackson Kirkland could be. He could be a great swing tackle as well. I think this would be a really nice find at the back end of the 6th round. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. There is my full 7-round 2023 Buffalo Bills mock draft. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Please leave a like, please leave a comment, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.